Guys, listen to this. I was shocked when I saw the final SEC filings for the Capital One and Discover merger. In 2026, the credit card game has changed forever, and if you hold a Venture X or a Discover It card, your wallet is about to look very different. By shifting Discover's 300 million cardholders to their own network, Capital One is officially declaring war on Visa and Mastercard. But at what cost to your rewards? Today, we dive into the business model behind this $35 billion deal, the hidden network fees you'll soon pay, and why the Apple Card's mistakes are actually a warning for this merger. This is a fundamental rewiring of how our payments move, and the shockwaves will be felt for years. In my opinion, Capital One wants to own the rails and stop paying Visa a single cent. From Visa and Mastercard, onto the Discover network they now own. The big question: will this benefit you or cost you points, perks, and acceptance? Think of Visa and Mastercard as the toll roads of the financial world. Every time you swipe a Capital One card, a toll gets paid to those networks. Network fees and interchange add up to billions annually. By purchasing Discover, they're not just buying a card company, they're buying the highway. Create end-to-end control. The rules, the tech, and the data flowing through the system. Their investor deck says it outright: build a scale competitor to the biggest payment companies. Cut out Visa and Mastercard. Keep those billions in-house. That cost savings is the core business reason. It's also about control over the rules, the technology, and the roadmap. Instead of waiting for network approvals, they can ship features directly. Potential: new ways to redeem rewards and more secure transaction methods. Leadership says this fosters financial inclusion and better service. They want to be the architect, set merchant fees, and own the entire user experience. But moving millions to a smaller network is a monumental tech and logistics challenge. I underestimated past integrations. These things get messy. Glitches and confusion happen. They must convince non-Discover merchants to accept and keep your checkout seamless. For Visa and Mastercard, this is the biggest competitive threat in a generation. For you, it means uncertainty and the need to understand the new rules to protect your strategy. In my opinion, this move is about owning the rails, not just inclusion, and that shifts the power dynamics across the entire payment stack. The first change you'll see is the network logo itself. Expect a new Capital One card that no longer says Visa or Mastercard, but likely carries the Discover logo or a co-branded mark. That signals a fundamental change in the rails, which impacts where and how you can use your card. Second, your rewards program will evolve. Capital One will fight to keep high-value users, but the economics are changing. Venture X's simple 2x and valuable transfer partners could be reshuffled as Capital One favors partners with better terms. Some dropped, new ones added. Watch for fee and benefit shifts. Promises now don't preclude changes later. Look out for new or increased hidden fees, foreign transaction fees, and cash advance rates. Perks once guaranteed by Visa Infinite or World Elite may now sit at Capital One's discretion. Customer service and fraud alerts could feel different during integration. You may notice changes in dispute handling and fraud resolution speed. I recommend watching statements and alerts closely to catch surprises early. Bottom line, expect a new logo, evolving partners and perks, potential fee changes, and a different service experience as systems merge. Stay vigilant. One of the biggest concerns is international acceptance. Visa and Mastercard are ubiquitous. Tens of millions of merchants, 200+ countries. You can land in a small village or a busy souk and expect a Visa to work. Discover's footprint abroad has historically been smaller. This is the greatest challenge Capital One must solve for travelers. Apple partnered with Mastercard to get instant global reach. Imagine if they built their own network. Cardholders would have faced constant declines. The mistake I made was underestimating how critical the network's brand and reach are. Discover partners with JCB in Japan, UnionPay in China, BC Card in Korea. But it's not Visa-level seamless. You might succeed at a department store and get declined around the corner. In my opinion, Capital One needs a multi-year push. Lower fees, new terminals, massive marketing. Until near universal acceptance, you'll need a more strategic backup plan. Discover's limited international acceptance, unlike Amex or Visa, could be a massive headache for Venture X travelers. If your primary card moves to Discover rails, you can't assume it will work everywhere abroad. So, how do you navigate this as a traveler? With potential declines abroad, rule number 1, always carry a backup. I recommend your backup be on a different network, preferably a Visa or a Mastercard with no foreign transaction fees. That safety net saves you at hotel check-in or dinner overseas. Real example, you arrive in Rome. You present your new Capital One card. The clerk says they only accept Visa and Mastercard. You don't panic, you use your backup like a Chase Sapphire Preferred, and you're done. The mistake I made in Japan. 2 cards on the same network. 1 fraud flag. Both got blocked. Diversify your networks. My favorite feature when planning. Check network acceptance before you leave. Visa and Mastercard have ATM and merchant locators. Capital One will build tools too, but be proactive early on. Do a quick forum scan on Discover acceptance for your destination. Always carry some local currency for taxis, small cafes, and markets. If you've got big Capital One miles, consider booking flights and hotels now, before any potential devaluations. Many airlines and hotels have flexible policies, letting you adjust if plans change. Back up your network, research acceptance, and lock in value where it makes sense. That's the new playbook. This is the point where I need to be very direct with you. The landscape is shifting, and sitting still isn't an option. Your points and miles are at risk if you don't act proactively. Waiting for the official email is waiting too long. The time to strategize is now, before new rules are set in stone. We share elite money hacks every single Thursday here on CardVantage. If you don't subscribe, you'll lose the edge on how to navigate these bank mergers and potentially lose thousands in points value. Hit subscribe now so you don't lose out. These strategies give you an edge, especially during mergers. This isn't just about deals, it's about protecting value you've already earned. The right moves now can preserve thousands in travel value later. Strategy first, action now, stay ahead. My recommendation, tighten your plan this week. Backup networks, lock in trips you care about, and watch for term changes. If you don't subscribe, you're choosing to be a step behind. Subscribe now to stay protected. Missing one network transition update could mean your card gets declined abroad. Subscribe to stay protected. To be clear, this isn't speculation. The details are in public documents. My analysis is based on SEC S4 filings, Wall Street Journal reports, and Capital One's June 2026 investor deck. The SEC filing outlines synergies, notably from cutting fees paid to Visa and Mastercard. WSJ details competitive dynamics and likely antitrust scrutiny across issuers and networks. The investor deck confirms the core strategy: build and scale their own proprietary network. Read together, these sources paint the why, the how, and the what if of this industry-changing deal, so you can prepare with facts. The merger is a game changer. Capital One aims to rely less on Visa and Mastercard and run its own payment rail. Upside for the bank, but for you, potential acceptance issues, rewards shifts, and new or hidden fees. Adopt a 3-part strategy now. Audit your wallet, protect your points, and stay informed. In my opinion, preparation is the best defense. Diversify cards, use points strategically, and stay alert to updates. The power is still in your hands. According to the latest SEC filings, Wall Street Journal reports, and Capital One's June 2026 investor deck. This content is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Make decisions based on your own situation and research.